Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. We're bringing back the hashtag AskJTs, and we have a brand new intro song. Let's get it.
Leave your questions with the hashtag AskJT, and I'll get them to next. I'll get to them next week in the episode of AskJT.
First, I do want to show you the office tour. All right, we're getting stuff set up here. Finally getting some pictures up on the wall. The classic What Up Fam picture that was made by an awesome subscriber in Hawaii. And then my, of course, boot camp photo. And I am at the very top. And then we have the shellback. My shellback picture. AMAA Justin Minus. Let's get it. And then we also have a bunch of other stuff down here we still have to hang up. Can't forget, this is one of my favorite pieces as well. Gotta find a spot for that boy. And last but not least, what would the room be without my freaking GameCube? Love this guy. If you guys have been here for a long time, if you're a long time subscriber, we might cover questions that we have in the past, but since our last episode that we did, there's been thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of new subscribers. So we might touch on some past concepts, but always gonna come and try to get you guys with some fresh info, new stuff. Let's hop into question number one. First question from Scuba Steve, hashtag AskJT, did you ever see any captured prisoners come onto any of the ships you were on, like Somalian pirates or anything? Good question, man. So I was on a carrier most of the time. We specifically did not do anti-piracy, the main carrier, but we had smaller ships that were with us, like destroyers and cruisers, and they did anti-piracy missions. Our helicopter squadron would send helicopters to the carrier, to the destroyer, to the cruiser. So we had our squadron members on different ships. When they did do anti-piracy, and they did capture some pirates at one point, they flew them from the small boy, from the destroyer, onto our carrier. And they kept the pirates prisoner in our hangar bay in a little makeshift cell that they made up. I believe it was in Hangar Bay 1 or Hangar Bay 2. They shut everything down. I wasn't allowed to walk into the hangar bay, but we did have pirates for a couple days until we were then able to fly them off of the carrier to like the UN, United Nations, or some embassy where they would then deal with them. So yes, that is something you will come across, is piracy, anti-piracy stuff. I've heard that AMs, ADs, and a few other aviation rates can volunteer as aircrew. Is this true? If so, can you explain in depth like what they do and all of that? Unfortunately, that is a myth. That is something that they were able to do, jobs like AM and AD, aviation jobs like what I had myself. In the past, a couple years ago, I think maybe before 2008, 2007, they were able to do that. But recently, you cannot volunteer as aircrew anymore as an AM or an AD, AT, AE, AO. That is just strictly for AWs now. Now what you can do as an AM or an AD is become a plane captain. So I was a plane captain for my helicopter squadron, and they selected some plane captains to fly in the cabin with the aircrew and the pilots because we picked up new helicopters from the manufacturer. We picked up new Helos, MH-60 Romeos from Sikorsky on the East Coast. And we had to fly them all the way from the East Coast back to San Diego. So they sent plane captains with the pilots and aircrew to do all of the servicing, to do all the launch and recoveries, and they flew with everyone from the East Coast all the way across the state. So that is something that you can be able to do, which is gonna be similar, but you're mostly gonna be doing plane captain duties when you fly in the aircraft. All right, next question from Toyota Tony. Should you lie about asthma? Hashtag AskJT. We've talked about this many times about lying, omitting stuff from MEPS, omitting things to your recruiter. Asthma is not one of those things that you want to lie about or forget to tell. Because if you have an asthma attack for whatever reason, but still I would not lie about asthma because you're putting your health and your life at a huge risk. If you were to have an asthma attack and they didn't have the medical supplies for you, who knows what can happen. So there's people that have asthma and that had an inhaler when they were like 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, and it was probably just allergies, and then they never had anything again. You know, maybe you'll be all right. You know, I know a lot of people get inhalers and say they have asthma when they don't really. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It's your own judgment. But if you really do have that asthma, I would not lie about that. All right, last question, hashtag AskJT from my boy Tyler. He said he didn't really answer what I was expecting, lol. Or I guess talking to me, I didn't really answer what you were expecting. When you were in port, can you take pictures with your cell phone? Like if I'm in Australia and I want to take some pictures to post later, can I do that? Yes, there's many pictures that I took, many videos that I took when we were in port, when the ship was anchored or the ship was pulled up and docked. I went around the flight deck and I took some pictures, I took some videos. You can also go up on the Vulture's Row. During active flight deck operations, you can go up on Vulture's Row with hearing protection and take pictures and video. But specifically, if you want to walk around the flight deck itself, you can do that. If you're not a flight deck worker, you might look a little out of place. I was a flight deck worker, I was up there all the time, so I knew where to go, where not to go, where I can take pictures, where I can't. Pretty much so, there's not much that's OPSEC, there's not much operational security up on the flight deck because there's so much video and pictures and information about flight deck operations that you're not really releasing vital information. If you take a picture of an F-18 or you take a picture of a catapult or a JBD, you can't really take pictures though in the bowels of the ship. I did take a video inside the ship of the berthing of where we slept one time and walking up and down the P-ways, but there's a lot of things that are probably OPSEC that you can't really take pictures of inside the ship itself, inside the skin of the ship. But I took a lot of pictures and videos up on the flight deck. That's also something you can talk to your squadron about. If you're a flight deck worker, they might allow you to wear a little GoPro attached to your chest or a GoPro attached to your helmet to get some cool videos. That's something though you'd have to get approved because the GoPro and camera is gonna be considered a piece of FOD. It's gonna be foreign object damage. So everything that can be FOD has to be accounted for, so you just can't walk up with it and attach it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I just wanted to start this series again. This was a short little episode, but make sure to leave your questions. It can be about anything, military life, my life now as a civilian, my animals, dogs, family, personal stuff, whatever. Leave it with hashtag AskJT, and I will definitely get to it next episode. I'm gonna try to do these once a week. Leave that plump like, make it thick. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Brand new videos every day. If you guys are still here watching the video, we did extend the giveaway that we're doing at JTsuits.com. We're giving away the Anchor bracelets for free. The link will be below in the description. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Brand new videos every day. He's a good boy. He's a good man. Let's go say hi to Pap. Papa? Papa? Wait, you're not Papa. What are you doing, Mama? That's Papa. That's Papa too. Okay, thank you. Great. They say I don't love on you enough, Mama, but you're camera shy, but it's okay. You're very pretty. You're very pretty, Mama. You're very sweet. Papa, you're a good boy too. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Hi, pretty. Hello. Shake. 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 No, move. Shake. Good girl, baby. Good girl, Gray. Good girl, Mama.